Hey everyone, welcome. Ready to take a deep dive with me today?
Always.
Awesome. So we're going to be diving deep into entrepreneurship today.
Okay.
Not the surface level stuff you already know, We're going way deeper.
All right.
We're talking long-term vision, the strategies that create lasting impact.
I like it.
I knew you would. We're dissecting this awesome blog post.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Entrepreneurial Spirit, a Journey of Innovation, Mission, and Leadership.
Catchy.
Right. This is going to be good, I can tell.
Looking forward to it.
I think a lot of people get caught up in the quick flip ventures.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But this deep dive, this is about the companies that change the world,
Absolutely. This post really gets down to the core of it.
Yeah.
It's about what makes successful entrepreneurs tick.
It's about their vision,
Your mission.
their leadership,
Building something that actually matters.
not just chasing a quick buck.
Exactly.
Anyone can set up shop, right?
Yeah.
But to build something that thrives 10 years down the line, that's the challenge.
That's the question.
That's what we're unpacking today.
Love it.
So this post, it really highlights how entrepreneurship, it's not just about having a product. It's not even just about having a service.
It's got to be more.
It's mission-driven.
It's about purpose.
A reason for being...
Something bigger than yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like your North Star, right?
It is.
Guides every decision.
Keeps you focused when things get tough.
Helps you attract the right people to your team.
100%.
And that North Star, that's your vision.
Yeah.
This post really makes you think long-term.
10 years into the future.
I'm like, I barely know what I'm having for dinner tonight.
Right?
But I get it, that long-term thinking, that's what separates the entrepreneurs who are just reacting to the market
Yeah.
from those who are shaping it.
It's like playing chess instead of checkers.
Ooh, I like that.
You're not just focused on the next move, you're thinking 10 steps ahead.
You're anticipating your opponent's moves.
Exactly.
And the bigger your vision,
the bigger the impact.
like think Tesla, SpaceX, they're
Right.
tackling these huge global challenges with their vision.
ambitious goals.
But how do we bridge that gap,
Yeah.
between big dreams
Yeah.
and concrete action?
The post calls it action over applause.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that one.
Me too, me too.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get caught up in the hype, the praise.
All talk, no action.
Exactly. And without action, it all just stays dreams.
The post has this analogy. It's really stuck with me.
Oh, tell me.
Entrepreneurs need to be both scientists and artists.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm intrigued. Break that down for me.
Okay, so the scientist brings analysis, planning, a systematic approach,
Data, testing hypotheses.
all of that. But it's only half the equation.
Okay, where does the artist come in?
Well, the artist brings creativity,
Right.
intuition, the courage to experiment.
They see possibilities where others see limitations.
Exactly. And they aren't afraid to take risks.
You need both.
That blend of analytical thinking and creative vision.
To bring your ideas to life.
Precisely.
So you need a brilliant idea,
Of course.
but you need to know how to execute it, right?
Yes. Turn that vision into a reality.
Step outside your comfort zone.
Step outside your comfort zone.
Embrace a little chaos.
Exactly. And as you grow, you got to think globally.
Yeah, the post has this great line.
Oh, yeah.
In a globalized world, businesses do not belong to any single country.
I love that.
The world is interconnected. We can learn from each other.
It's about blending global best practices with local wisdom.
Finding that balance.
Global vision, local execution.
Yes.
So we've got the big vision. We're
Yeah.
taking action. We're thinking globally.
Check.
But what about the people who are actually making it all happen?
The human element.
The source talks about a human-centered economy.
It's a shift in thinking.
What do you think about that?
It's fascinating, really.
Yeah.
Traditionally, businesses focused on profits, shareholder value,
Right, but now there's this recognition.
responsibility to employees,
Customer.
wider community.
It's all connected.
Like, businesses are realizing their success depends on the well-being of everyone involved.
Exactly. Think about companies like Patagonia or Zappos.
Yeah.
They're known for their strong company cultures, their commitment to their employees.
Creating a positive impact.
And it's not just good karma.
It's good business.
When you invest in your people, create a positive work environment,
You attract top talent.
greater innovation and success.
The source mentions this wild fact. Ready for it.
Hit me.
Banks are more willing to loan money for equipment than for employee development.
Really?
Wild, right?
It's counterintuitive.
You'd think they'd be more eager to invest in the people,
The ones using the equipment.
driving the business forward.
I know. It's like they're willing to bet on the machines, but not the humans running them.
Exactly. But successful entrepreneurs, they get it.
Their employees are their most valuable asset.
Investing in training, development.
Supportive work environment.
After all, it's the people who come up with the ideas.
Build the product.
Connect with customers.
You got it.
I see a pattern here. It's not just about the bottom line.
It's about the ecosystem.
Positive ecosystem where everyone can thrive.
And that brings us to another key point from the source.
Okay.
The power of sharing.
In the internet age, right?
Yep.
In the past, information was hoarded, protected.
Top secret.
Now, transparency, collaboration, open source knowledge.
Platforms like GitHub.
Oh, yeah. Developers sharing code, collaborating on projects.
Online communities.
Entrepreneurs exchanging ideas.
Best practices.
The whole new mindset.
We can achieve more together.
Takes courage, vulnerability.
Sharing your knowledge with the world.
It's like letting go of the fear.
Of someone stealing your ideas.
Embracing the possibility of those ideas evolving.
Expanding through collaboration.
Drives innovation, progress.
Allows us to tackle complex challenges.
Creates solutions that benefit everyone. Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Uh-huh.
I'm rethinking how I approach my own work.
Glad to hear it.
But wait, there's more.
Always more.
Company culture.
Crucial element.
The Post keeps it simple. Strong culture, strong company.
You can't argue with that.
So many entrepreneurs overlook it.
It's not about ping pong tables and free snacks.
Right. It's about creating an environment.
Where people feel valued,
respected,
inspired to do their best work.
You can feel it when you walk into a company.
The energy,
the vibe,
how people interact,
needs to be cultivated intentionally.
Leadership sets the tone.
Creates a set of values everyone aligns with.
You got it.
Attract talent, but also retain it.
Nurture it.
Give people a sense of belonging.
Think Google, Netflix.
Their company cultures are legendary.
They attract and retain top talent.
Fuels innovation.
Continued success.
Like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
It is. Strong culture attracts great people.
Who then contribute to making the culture even stronger.
Leading to greater success for the company.
Win-win.
Totally.
It all ties back to mission, vision, values.
Yep.
We talked about those earlier.
A foundation.
A strong culture is the foundation.
Of a successful and impactful company.
Wow, this is so insightful.
Glad you're enjoying it.
I'm curious now, what about the personal qualities
of successful entrepreneurs?
What makes them tick?
You want to know the secret sauce?
Spill it.
One key trait stands out in the source material.
Okay.
Optimism.
Yes.
You can have the best business plan in the world.
But without optimism,
it's going nowhere.
The Post puts it bluntly. Pessimism is a recipe for failure.
I mean, it makes sense.
Entrepreneurship is full of challenges.
Setbacks.
Uncertainty.
If you go into it expecting the worst.
That's probably what you'll get.
Mercy.
Optimism isn't about ignoring the challenges.
No, it's about believing in your ability to overcome them.
Seeing the potential for growth.
Even when things are tough.
It's that unshakable belief in yourself, your vision.
It's what allows you to persevere.
When others give up.
See the opportunity in every obstacle.
Yeah, and I think optimism is contagious, don't you?
I do.
When you have a leader who's optimistic, enthusiastic.
That spreads to the whole team.
Creates a positive, productive environment.
Positive energy fuels innovation.
Creativity.
Success.
This has been great. I feel like I'm already reframing my thinking about this whole entrepreneurship thing.
It's a journey.
Not just about building a business.
It's about building something meaningful.
Something that makes a difference.
A journey of continuous learning.
Adaptation.
Growth.
The Post highlights 4 crucial abilities entrepreneurs need to cultivate.
For long-term success.
Oh, I love a good framework. Lay it on me.
Okay, first up, the ability to learn.
Seems obvious.
It's more than just acquiring knowledge.
Okay, so what is it?
It's about being curious, open to new ideas.
Seeking out new information.
New perspectives.
You're never done learning, right?
Never.
The world's constantly changing.
Technology evolves.
You snooze, you lose.
It's not just formal education.
Or reading business books.
It's about learning from experience.
Your successes.
And failures.
And from the people around you.
Every interaction.
Every challenge.
Every mistake.
Is an opportunity to learn and grow.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
You know, some of my biggest learning moments came from my biggest failures.
You gotta stop.
Reevaluate everything.
Failure can be an incredible teacher.
If you're willing to learn from it.
Which brings us to the second ability. The ability to reflect.
Reflection is so important.
Minute.
But it's so hard sometimes.
It is.
Easy to get caught up in the whirlwind.
And forget to take a step back.
Look at the bigger picture.
Without reflection.
We're just running on autopilot.
Not consciously choosing our direction.
Not learning.
Not growing.
Okay, so how do we become more reflective? Got any tips?
Well, one thing I find helpful
is
to schedule time for reflection.
Like literally put it on the calendar.
Yeah. Exactly. Even if it's just 15 minutes at the end of the day.
Or a longer block once a week.
Make it a habit.
I like that.
Another good one is keeping a journal.
Write down your thoughts.
Ideas.
That's clear.
Helps clarify your thinking.
Identify patterns.
And you can track your progress over time.
See how far you've come.
Exactly.
Okay, what's the third ability?
The ability to change.
So this builds on the first two, right?
Yeah, it does.
You've learned from your experiences.
Reflected on your actions.
You got to be willing to adapt.
Make changes based on what you've learned.
You know what they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
That's a good one.
If something's not working.
Gotta try a different approach.
Even if it's uncomfortable.
Which leads us to the fourth ability, persistence.
Tying it all together.
Entrepreneurship is a marathon, not a sprint.
You're going to have setbacks.
Challenge.
Moments when you want to give up.
But with enough time.
Persistence.
Willingness to adapt.
Success will follow.
It's the never give up attitude.
Separates the winners from the quitters.
And it all comes back to passion.
Loving what you do.
The post talks about loving your industry.
Business model.
Products.
It drives you.
To keep learning.
Innovating.
Pushing forward.
Even when things get tough.
Finding your purpose.
Your calling.
Doesn't feel like work.
It's a mission.
Gives you the resilience to overcome any obstacle.
Motivation to keep striving.
For something bigger than yourself.
Wow, we've covered so much already.
We have.
But we've only just scratched the surface.
There's always more to explore.
So much more to unpack about entrepreneurship in today's world.
It's a constantly evolving landscape.
Where do we go from here?
What are the key trends and challenges
that entrepreneurs need to be aware of?
That's a great question. Let's dive in. Well, one of the biggest trends we're seeing is this rise of purpose-driven businesses.
Yeah, purpose-driven. I've been hearing that a lot lately.
It's a big deal. Consumers are more conscious now about the impact their purchases have.
On the world. They want to support businesses that align with their values.
So it's not just about the product or service anymore.
It's got to be more.
It's the story behind it.
The mission.
Something that resonates on a deeper level.
Exactly. Think Tom M.S. Shoes, Warby Parker.
Yeah, great examples.
They built their brands around social impact.
It's core to their appeal.
Doing well by doing good.
I like that.
Another huge trend is technology, obviously.
It's everywhere.
Transforming every aspect of business.
Marketing, sales, operations, customer interactions.
You name it, technology is involved.
It's moving so fast, how do you even keep up?
It can be overwhelming, for sure.
I feel that.
But the key is to stay curious.
Okay.
Be adaptable.
Don't be afraid to experiment.
New tools, new platforms.
Always be looking for ways to leverage tech to improve your business.
Exactly.
Okay, so trends, exciting, but what about the challenges?
Yes, there are always challenges.
What are entrepreneurs facing today?
Competition is a big one. Yeah, it's fierce out there.
Barriers to entry have lowered.
Because of technology.
Yep, more competition than ever before.
So how do you stand out?
You got to differentiate.
Make your business unique.
Your product, service, brand, values.
Find your niche.
Where your passion and expertise meet a real need in the market.
That sweet spot.
Exactly.
Another challenge I've heard about is talent.
Oh, finding and retaining top talent is tough.
It's a war out there.
Especially in tech and other high-growth industries.
So it's not just about salary and benefits.
It's got to be more than that.
Why not?
Company culture is huge.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
People want to work for companies that align with their values.
Offer opportunities for growth.
Have a positive impact on the world.
So it all comes back to those core principles again.
Mission, vision, culture, values.
A foundation.
A successful and sustainable business.
They're all connected.
A strong mission attracts the right talent.
Builds a strong culture.
Fuels innovation and growth.
I'm getting the big picture now.
It's not just about the bottom line.
It's about building something bigger than yourself.
Making a real difference.
That's where it gets exciting.
It's a chance to create something new.
Solve problems.
Make a positive impact.
Leave your mark on the world. I'm inspired, but also a little intimidated, to be honest.
I understand it can be daunting.
So much to learn.
Challenges to overcome.
Uncertainty.
Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart.
That's for sure.
It takes grit, resilience, a willingness to embrace risk.
But it's rewarding too, right?
Incredibly. Seeing your vision come to life.
Knowing you're making a difference.
Creating something you're proud of.
I think that's what draws people to it.
The challenge, the opportunity, the freedom.
The chance to create something from nothing.
It's a powerful combination.
What makes entrepreneurship so vital?
To innovation and progress in society.
This has been amazing. I'm seeing my own work in a new light now.
Glad to hear it. The key takeaway here.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship is about so much more than just building a business.
It's personal growth.
Creating value for others.
Making a positive impact. But before we wrap up, there's one more thing I wanted to touch on.
Okay.
The blog post mentions building a legacy.
Leaving your mark.
What does that mean to you?
That's a deep question.
I know, right?
Building a legacy is about creating something that will outlast you.
Something that continues to have an impact.
Long after you're gone.
It's like planting a seed that grows into a tree.
Providing shade and shelter for generations to come.
I love that analogy.
It captures the essence perfectly.
Creating something bigger than yourself.
Transcends time and space.
So how do we do it? Can we consciously create a legacy?
I think it's a bit of both.
Okay.
We can take intentional steps.
Focusing on positive impact.
Mentoring others.
Sharing knowledge.
But legacy also emerges organically.
From our actions.
Choices.
Impact on others.
Like a ripple effect.
Every action creates waves.
Touching countless lives.
In ways we may never fully comprehend.
And that's what makes it so powerful. We can't fully control it.
Or predict it.
But we can strive to create it.
Through our actions.
Commitment
to making a difference. So legacy isn't just about what we achieve in our lifetimes.
It's about the ripple effect.
The inspiration we provide.
The positive change we set in motion. Any entrepreneur can aspire to that.
No matter the industry, stage of growth. This has been so insightful.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm feeling inspired.
And challenged.
Think about my entrepreneurial journey in a new way.
That's what we want. The takeaway here is that entrepreneurship is about so much more than just the business itself.
It's personal growth.
Creating value.
Making a positive impact on the world. This has been an incredible conversation.
I agree.
I feel energized.
Inspired.
Ready to take on the world.
I love it. Remember, entrepreneurship is a journey.
Not a destination.
Embrace the challenges, learn from your experiences, and never stop striving to make a difference.
And don't forget about that legacy.
So true. Before we go, I want to leave you with one last thought.
Okay, hit me with it.
The blog post ends with this powerful question.
What is it?
If you could look 10 years into the future, what impact would you want to have made on the world?
Ooh. That's a heavy one.
It makes you think.
About your legacy, your purpose, what you truly want to accomplish.
It's a question that deserves careful consideration.
The answer will guide your decisions.
Shape the impact you have on the world.
I'm going to be thinking about that one for a while.
I think we all should.
The world needs more entrepreneurs with purpose.
Committed to making a difference.
Building legacies that inspire.
Couldn't agree more. Powerful stuff, right?
It really makes you think,
Yeah.
About the impact we can have
as individuals,
shaping the future.
And as entrepreneurs,
we have this unique opportunity
to create positive change on a larger scale.
So as we wrap up this deep dive
into the world of entrepreneurship,
what are some key takeaways for our listeners?
Well, first and foremost, entrepreneurship is a journey.
It's not a destination.
Continuous learning.
Adaptation.
Growth.
It's not about having all the answers.
It's about curiosity.
Asking questions.
Seeking out new knowledge.
New perspective.
Embrace lifelong learning.
You're never really done learning, are you?
Nope. Not as an entrepreneur.
So true.
Don't be afraid to experiment.
Take risks.
Learn from your failures.
Failures are part of the process.
Not the opposite of success.
I think we forget that sometimes.
We focus on the successes.
But the failures teach us so much.
They're valuable.
What else?
Build a strong foundation for your business.
Okay, what does that mean?
Clear mission.
Right.
Compelling vision.
I like it.
Set of values.
Guides your decisions, actions.
Your guiding principles.
Helps you stay focused.
Make decisions align with your long-term goals.
Makes sense.
And don't forget about culture.
Oh yeah, culture is huge.
Strong company culture is a major asset.
It attracts talent.
Retains talent.
Fosters innovation.
Creates a positive work environment.
Culture eats strategy for breakfast, or so they say.
That's a good one.
Best strategy in the world doesn't matter.
If the culture doesn't support it.
What's the last takeaway?
Remember that entrepreneurship is about more than just building a business.
It's got to be more.
It's making a positive impact.
Creating something you're proud of.
Leaving a legacy.
Inspiring future generations. It's using your skills to make a difference.
Something that matters.
Anyone can do it.
No matter your background.
Your experience.
Entrepreneurship is a force for good.
Accessible to anyone with passion. Willingness to put in the work. This has been an incredible deep dive.
It had.
Thanks for joining us.
We've covered so much.
Mission, vision, culture, legacy.
I hope you got some valuable insights.
Practical tools.
To apply to your own work.
We could talk about this all day.
I know, right?
But time flies when you're having fun.
Before we go, one final thought.
I'm ready.
Remember that question.
The one about looking 10 years into the future.
Exactly.
Yeah, that one really stuck with me.
Let it guide you.
Fuel your passion.
Inspire you to create something extraordinary.
Because the world needs more entrepreneurs.
Driven by purpose.
Committed to making a difference.
Building legacies that inspire.
I love it. That's a great note to end on.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Keep learning, keep growing.
And keep making your mark on the world.
Until next time.